Okay. We are live. What's up? Got the door open. Don't think it'll be a problem back there because that light's not too distracting. It's a dim day out. It's Wednesday. It must be the 23rd because yesterday was Tuesday, 2/22/2022, which was kind of fun. And it says here that I'm streaming excellent fun connection. Volume sounds okay. See if the echo works. Echo. See if the echo. See if the echo. See if the okay, turn that off. Jeez, sorry about that. That's annoying. Hey, Keith. Kev.
When I travel, it
How's the weather for you guys? We went from 50-some degrees yesterday to below freezing today. And I mean below freezing. It's freezing. It's cold. Drinking hot coffee. Coffee. All right, this will be fun. This will be entertaining for a minute. Silver Peak, Nevada. Hello? Hello, Silver Peak.
Well, certainly this call is about your additional Medicare benefit. You do have Medicare Part A and Part B, correct?
Okay.
Wonderful. So as you do have Part A and Part B, sir, qualify for some additional Medicare benefit like dental, vision, hearing, transportation, grocery coverage, and many other benefits. So just to make sure, how old are you?
12 inches. Hello? Yeah, I get 20 of them calls a day claiming to be Medicare. And the funny thing about it is a nurse practitioner from my health insurance company was here yesterday and did an evaluation on me, which went very well. We went over all my stuff. Hey, John Landino, how you doing? Not as windy as yesterday. It's 7 at the moment. Ooh. Sometimes I tell them that I have Medicare of Mumbai or Delhi or Pakistan. And sometimes I've actually had them laugh. I've had them laugh and go, okay. Okay. Gil, what's up, man? Wait for Epiphonium to show up. He posted a video with me talking in the background. I'm going to file a copyright strike. Hey, everything music and guitar shenanigans. What's happening, man? Ziggy. Jeez. You don't turn your laptop on for 2 days and there's like 9 million notifications from Windows. 70 degrees in New Jersey. That'll change. Stick around. You don't like the weather in Ohio? Wait 5 minutes. It'll change. Okay, so the purpose of this live stream is I received a box from Musician's Friend, not Amazon. And we got an email the other day saying that we had these credits. Yeah, 31 tomorrow. I know. What a change. You enjoy it today then. Go sit outside and play your acoustic. If it's not raining. We get an email saying that we got, $35 in credit from Musician's Friend. Probably from when we bought the player Strat and the jazz bass and a few other things. We don't order from them as much anymore. We order from Sweetwater, which brings me to another point. Sweetwater keeps sending me, well, no, they come in the boxes. They keep sending me catalogs from all over. Then I did get one in the mail. This one was in the mail from Guitar Center. And we have a Guitar Center by us, but we don't go to Guitar Center anymore. We go to Sam Ash. Guitar Center blatantly, flat out, in my face, tried to rip me off. I've told this story before. I went in there with like 6 guitars that were, for the most part, brand new. One of them was not bought from them. It was bought from a local music store here in town that has since closed. And it had 10 years on it. So, hey, Evo. No, I don't got my St. Patrick's Day decorations up yet, but I do have my outfit, which is a green shirt. So, I took these guitars up there because I needed money. Basically, I needed money, and I had too many guitars, and the quickest way for me to get money was to take these guitars and sell them, and I wanted to sell them quick. So me and my brother loaded like 6 guitars, I think, into my car, which included a Studio Les Paul that was totally, the neck was totally worn out. The frets, it was unplayable fret-wise. So it had to be refretted. It had been dressed enough times that there was nothing left of the frets. You couldn't play it without setting the action really, really high. Or putting like a crap load of relief in the neck. The Armin Starfire Special, which was a nice guitar. It was a single cutaway, semi-hollow body with 2 D. Armin, like the foil pickups. It was a nice guitar, but it was made in Korea. It was crafted in Korea, and it was D. Armin by Fender, so it wasn't a real D. Armin. Guild. It was a Guild. Guild Starfire by Fender, so it wasn't a real Guild. A Sterling Ray bass, which is basically Music Man Stingray, only the Sterling Ray. The Les Paul, the D. Armin, an Ibanez bass that had active pickups. What else did I take? An Epiphone viola bass. So I think there were 5 guitars. There might have been 5 guitars. And the Sterling Ray, the viola, and the Ibanez bass were all purchased at Guitar Center. The Les Paul was purchased at Guitar Center 15 years prior, and the Armin was purchased, the Guild was purchased at Ayers Music locally. And I went in there, and these guitars were like all in excellent condition, with the exception of the Les Paul, which ironically was the only one that they were willing to put any money out for, was that frickin' Les Paul. And they lowballed me so bad that I said, no, all back in the cases were going out the door. They wouldn't let me out the door with my own guitars until I verified that they were mine. Dude, I verified it when I brought them in, okay, because they got a person at the door. You saw me carry them in, so now I'm mad. Well, their tactic was they were going to keep me in there and get me to cave in and sell them these guitars. And finally I told them, we're walking out the door and you're not stopping us. And we went out the door, and they didn't stop us. They didn't come out or nothing, and we put the guitars in the car. And I went down to Sam Ash and got like $600 more of an offer than I did from Guitar Center. So I stopped going to Guitar Center. I stopped going there. The same reason we don't buy so much from Musician's Friend as Sweetwater now is because, and I've told this story before, when Linda and I bought our last Fender guitars from Musician's Friend, they lied to us and told us they had them in stock. Well, Musician's Friend is owned by Guitar Center. They took the order, took the money, then emailed us telling us that the guitars were not available, but they were looking for one. And then the next day we got another email saying that they found the Buttercream Stratocaster in Texas that was open box, but in brand new, perfect condition, and had only been carried to the sales floor. Had not yet been carried to the sales floor, okay? Yeah, Sweetwater reps are great. They're great. Yeah, well, see, but you're the kind of guy that notices a twisted neck, probably right off the bat. So I call this place in Texas, and I talk to the guy, and I go, look, I'm not happy about this because they told me these were marked in stock on the website when we ordered them and when we called. And so they lied, and he apologized. He goes, I understand, I get it. I go, can you give me 10% off? He goes, no, I can't do that. He goes, but I can give you overnight shipping. All right. That's something, I'll take it. At the same time, we got an email at the exact same time, the exact same words, only the base was in the Bronx in New York. So I got the phone number because it was in the email, and I called the Bronx, and he said the same thing. The base has just been unboxed, has not even made it to the sales floor. It's in like new condition, will be repackaged and sent to you. And I said, can you give me overnight shipping? And he said, no, but I can give you 10% off. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Well, I don't know how we managed to work this out, but they arrived the same day. Johnny Kramer, how you doing? They both arrived, I think, the same day. And we unboxed them. The bass was packaged pretty well. The guitar packaging was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It was just wrapped up in bubble wrap and tape and shoved into a box, whereas the bass was in a Fender box, then in a bigger shipping box. No wrenches for either guitar. No documentation for either guitar. None of the stuff you would get if it had come straight from Musician's Friend or Fender, right? So I was a little bit mad. So anyway, we get this email saying that our points are going to expire in 30 days and we had to use them, and we had like $35 in credit. So I list all this stuff I want, and I go on the website and I try to check out. Won't let me check out. So I try a couple more things and try to check out, and won't let me check out. So I call Musician's Friend, and I get a guy on the phone, and I'm telling him what I want to do. And hi, Kim. The first part of the conversation is, well, I'm looking at your email and I don't see any points. So I give him another email, and he goes, yeah, I'm looking at that email too. I don't see any points. And then he goes, I go, well, you got to look under the name. You have to look. It's listed under my wife's name or under our Musician's Friend credit card, which will be going bye-bye. I found them. See, we got two computer systems. We got the old one and the new one, and everything's being transferred to the new one, and I was on the old one, and I'm going, what? Really? Yeah. I go, well, you can see my order. Can you check it out? He goes, no, I'm going to have to do this manually. I go, okay, well, you can see my order. You know, can you do it? And he goes, no, you're going to have to read me all these SKU numbers. I had to sit there for 20 frickin' minutes and look up, get all these SKU numbers and read them off to him one by one, then have him verify them back, confirm the order, go over it, finally checked it out. Today the box arrived. Big box. And I only spent $25, so the first thing in the box is paper. Cork. Second thing in the box is the packing list and the return thing, which I'm glad they send a return label, but they never get used, and it's absolutely a waste of sticky paper and paper. So, save the planet, guys. Save the planet. Hey, Janice, how you doing? Sweetwater's great. Yeah, Sweetwater calls you on the phone out of the blue asking, hey, you guys need anything? So what I bought were accessories that I like, that I enjoy. First thing I bought was a bottle of Dunlop 65. I didn't buy it. I had credit from buying stuff previous. Bottle of Dunlop Formula number 65 guitar polish and cleaner. And that's the kind of stuff I use. Hey, Dogpa, how you doing? That's the kind of stuff I use. Yeah, he calls you up and asks you how you're doing. When I buy an instrument, he called me a couple of weeks later to ask me how I'm enjoying it. Right, they always do. Ivan Van Veen, hey, good to see you, man. This is like the movie Seven. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? Okay. Something I've wanted to buy for a while, because I used to pick one or two of these up whenever I went to the music store that sold them are the Herco 66 vintage gold nylon picks. I love these picks. I don't use them all the time, but I use them. It's a nice pick. It's a nice pick. The nylons last forever. The other thing I always liked to keep around for playing the acoustic are the Clayton Cork grip picks, and these are 0.63 millimeter. The Hercos are 0.66, obviously. I'm pretty sure. The light gauge. But anyway. Okay, the Clayton cork grip picks. They got the little cork grip. That's nice for thing. Dog. Did you see my dog? Then I ordered mistakenly because I thought they were the Dunlop yellow medium pick. I ordered 0.73 millimeter Ultex standard, but these are a good pick. These are a good pick. I don't like super thick picks, so that's a good pick. Yeah, woof, woof. She's it's dinner time almost for her, and she gets antsy. And these, all these, like most of them got 6 picks in them, and they're like $2.50 a bag. But that's a lot of picks. That's a lot of picks. Oh, I've done all kinds of things to put a grip on a pick, Kev. I've scarred them with a knife, with a razor. I've dremeled them. I've done all kinds of stuff. Dipped them in you can buy this stuff at Lowe's that is a plastic dip for tool handles, and you just dip it in there, and you can coat half the pick. Then I bought classic celluloid 0.7 millimeter or 0.028 inches. That sounds awful thin. I don't know. Not really. Classic celluloid, a dozen of Diodario. Classic celluloid. Yeah, the Ultex. I've got a couple of the real heavy Ultex ones. Or do you mean the big shape, the big triangle shape? Then I ordered, which I also like, 0.5 millimeter standard, 1 dozen Clayton hex picks. So they got the little hex hole in them there, if you can see it. There's a little hole in there, the hex hole. That's a dozen of those. And then last but not least, my favorite, and maybe not because these are a little bit thick, but I'll have to get one out and try it. 0.88 standard Tortex Flex. And those are Dunlop, right? Dunlop Tortex? Yes, Dunlop. The Tortex Flex. I gave up on picks. If it feels good, it sounds bad. Nobody makes them right. I cut down a V pick or a Dunlop. Got to try one of the expensive gravity ones someday. I looked at those and I thought, I'm not spending $5 for one pick, even if it is free money. You know, I don't like real heavy picks. Now I've made picks out of antique buttons that work great if you're trying to shred fast and playing really fast. But I have to carry a variety of picks. So on an acoustic guitar, I will use a lighter pick that has some give because I'm strumming more than when I'm playing like my Stratocaster. And though I was correct, the Dunlop .88 millimeter white ones are going to be perfect because I've also for years used the green .88 millimeter, and that is one of my preferred favorite picks. But I've been going a little lighter, and there's no number on this red pick anymore. It's worn off, but it's a flexible, more flexible pick, and I only like a really thick pick if I know I'm going to be doing any kind of trying to speed pick or play really, really fast, or a lot of alternate picking. Because if you're alternate picking with a flexible pick, you get hung up. It doesn't work. You have to have a stiff pick that the pick displaces the string does not displace the pick. But when you're strumming an acoustic, yeah, picks are like a journey in themselves. You don't want a real stiff pick when you're playing like that, because it'll wear your wrist out. It'll start to hurt your wrist, and you could break something. Sometimes, when you're getting into it, you can be hitting it pretty hard, on the acoustic when you're strumming, or even the Stratocaster. I mean, I'll strum pretty hard sometimes, depending on what the chords are in the song. Okay, everything music and guitar. We actually put a video up last night. I cooked that piece of bottom round roast and made roast beef, like deli style roast beef out of it. And the day before that, I made kielbasi that I didn't show. And the day before that, we went out to dinner. Today, we went to... You got to have small triangles. Do you like the black ice? This is Planet Waves. The black ice. I used to use these all the time. And then I've also got, if I can find one, should be one here on my desk. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Maybe it fell on the floor. But I've got the small carbon fiber jazz picks. Here it is. The Max Grip Dunlop Max Grip carbon fiber. And this isn't a real thick pick, but there's no give. It's a Jazz 3. That pick does not move at all. Johnny Kramer, roast beef. Is this on video on your channel? Yeah, I showed you how to make deli roast beef from a bottom round roast. And it was a small roast because there's only just me and Linda. So, if I make a big giant pot roast, and usually I would make that like in a slow cooker in the crock pot. But literally, you take this thing and you make a dry rub with whatever spices you want. I use salt, pepper. It depends, Kevin. I say no, but Linda would she would just rip you apart on that one. 5 weeks is too long for her sometimes. You make a dry rub out of salt, kosher or coarse salt, ground black pepper, I don't like onion salt and garlic salt and that stuff. I like to use real onion and real garlic, but when you're making a dry rub, you can't do that. So I used onion salt and garlic salt, or onion powder and garlic powder, and mixed them all together and did a dry rub over the whole thing. And then you set it on a baking sheet. I put foil down and then put it on the baking sheet. No water, no nothing. You put it in the oven at 450 degrees for 15 or 20 minutes. Then you take it out and you let it sit for a couple minutes. You flip it over and you put it back in the oven at 350 for an hour. Depending on the size of the roast. This one was 1.22 pounds. His was 3 pounds. The guy, and I left a link to the guy where I got it from. You slice it thin, it tastes just like the roast beef you get from the deli for roast beef sandwiches. Bit too soft on the corners and too big. Look up Dunlop Prime Tone Small Triangle right now. I got a V-pick one point, a small triangle. I cut smaller and re-angle. Well, I am constantly where the edges of the pick will wear down and get sharp. I'm constantly taking the Dremel and dressing that back flat. And I dress that back flat on a lot of picks. And really, I should just throw the picks away. But you know, I come from a place where you didn't throw things away. If you could repair them, you repaired them. But today we went to Giant Eagle and bought their fried chicken. It's not rotisserie chicken, but it's just fried chicken. And we got some macaroni salad and we got some biscuits, and we're not going to cook today because we got all these leftovers now in the refrigerator that we got to get through this week if I'm going to cook on the weekend. I used to use emery boards. I still do. I think my last emery board that I had I threw away, and Linda uses like a metal kind of file. I do my nails with, no, this is kind of sick, but see, a lot of people let their fingernails grow so they can play, but I can't finger pick anymore, so I don't bother with it. I cut them off. I got these handy nail clippers that are good for fingers and toes. They'll do either or and both. I get that, Bruce, because on the thicker picks, on some of the real super thick picks, like those chicken picks and gravity picks and stuff, they got that bevel on there, and it's down to almost like a knife edge. Well, it is down to a knife edge. But my philosophy was my Fender celluloid picks used to get so worn and sharp that they would cut through a string in the middle of a set. And then it was because, that's what I was blaming it on. And then because of your pick, you had to change a string, stop and change the string. But I've always absolutely just loved these Herco gold picks. And I remember several years ago I had some, and somehow they all disappeared. And our first drummer, Wally, I had built him a cajon. Yeah, ninja picks. I heard of ninja picks. You know what a cajon is? It's a wood box that with a snare sound, and you hit it on the sides, and they all have a different sound. It's made out of wood. And I built him one. Well, he's been gone for a long time as far as playing with us because he was not a stable individual. And it sat in the garage for like 8 years or so. And it got mildewy and moldy. And last summer, I had a dumpster parked in my driveway and I was cleaning out my garage. And rather than just like throw speaker cabinets and stuff into the dumpster, I beat them apart. I tore them apart, took a sledgehammer and beat them apart so that I could just put the flat pieces of wood, stack them in there instead of having these big boxes. And I was ripping that cajon apart, and in the bottom of it, because there was a hole in the back to stick a microphone in the bottom of it, I found that gold Herco pick. And I was like, holy smokes, man, cool. So then I don't know what happened to it. I either wore it out or lost it again, or I don't know where it went, but I've got picks everywhere. Here's a whole jar of, like, a lot of them are new, you know. I mean, they're brand new picks that were never used, but they just ended up in the jar, new and used, and, you know, there's lots of picks. And I've got little tins full of picks that, you know, like the Altoid tins, and I'd get these Skull Bandit tins from my nephew David, and you can fill those with picks, and you take that tin and fill it with picks and throw it in your guitar bag, so you've always got, you know, picks in your guitar bag. You know, Dogpaw, that's why I'm the same way, and I used to like just overlook it. I used to overlook it until I started watching Glenn Fricker, and then it was like, you guys making me feel dumb, you know? Just absolutely stupid. And I started, you know, I bought a new recording mic, a new interface, I got new software, and it's just a matter of time, of taking the time to work with it and have a need for it. Unless there's a reason to do it, or there's a real, you know, why record cover songs? My band does cover music. I get enough doing that. If I don't have originals to record, why do it? And if I'm going to do that, then I want real drums. So I've got to get my drummer to get set up so that we can record the drums. So it's not... I'm not knocking anybody's recorded music, okay? It's just... it is what it is, you know? It just is what it is. And so I don't even bother doing that. We record live, we point the camera at the band or the iPhone at the band and record it, and it is what it is. Mistakes and everything, and bad haircuts. Yeah, a pick with enough memory. You need a 4 gigabyte, a 16 gigabyte pick. You got to upgrade from the 4 gig pick to the 16 gig pick. I literally played the whole summer and that's the problem. I bought Dunlop, and the pick I wanted, Planet Waves. let me, how many millimeter here? .027 inches. It looks like it says 0.69 millimeter. Using those picks, and this is the last one of them that I got because I don't know where the rest of them went. I only had 3 of them, and I used them all summer long. And this one's been dressed down so many times that it's not even the shape of a real pick anymore. And sometimes I take my favorite Stanley pocket knife and I just go like this and get it a little deep fuzzed and flat edged a little bit again, and that's it. But I will be trying my new picks. No, I don't want picks made from silver sixpence. I've tried metal picks. I don't like them. Okay, Reverend Dr. Bruce. I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it was fun checking out picks. Yeah, we're all getting older. Think of the alternative. I know what the alternative is. The ancient amber picks. Yeah, I ordered from Stoneworks Picks custom picks that had the flag, and you can't read it, but it had the flag and my band name on it, but these were Delrin picks. And the Delrin was okay, but the Delrin is like a really soft plastic that wears really quickly. Well, yeah, Keith. No, I don't have a problem with people doing it either. I have a problem with me doing it. I'm never happy with it. I used to think I was until I wasn't. You know what I mean? And there are a couple people, like there's a couple people that record that the Metalhead Hippie plays, and I'll tell you one of them. I think he's from Australia, but his name is Texas Jackdaw. And his recordings are phenomenal. And it's original music. But his recording, his techniques for recording and his technical skill of recording is like at that next level. There's another guy from California named Squire Stratocaster that does all originals. And he rarely posts. He doesn't post that often. But when he does, it's like perfect mix, perfect video, perfect melody, perfect song. It's really good stuff. And that's, that's something I haven't been able to achieve. That's a level I haven't managed to achieve. I'm just a big mouth talker and cover band guitar player, singer. Ha! I said your name 3 times, dude. Now, I was talking about the fact that, when you do a song, you're one of the guys I respect your ability to write, record, and perform it. And why I don't, not you particularly, but why I don't do as much of it anymore other than just filming the band live is because you've got to get it to the next level of, and me just recording cover songs with a drum pedal, that wasn't getting it. It's got to be done a different way. And eventually, when I can get my drummer involved in it and we can start recording, because I want real drums. I don't want drum machines, drum tracks, drum loops. I want real drums. And like I said, Texas Jackdaw is another one that his recordings really impress me. And there's a few others that do too. And then there's a whole big pile of them that are just like me, that, you know, they're not doing anything special. So, Dogpa, you're telling me you're from California. How's the weather? Oh yeah, tackling high gain without a big amps and speakers and you know, all the stuff that you use. I mean, I watch, like I said, I watch Glenn Fricker a lot, and for various reasons. And he's gotten less abrasive lately. Either that or people are just submitting better mixes to him to review. But, I mean, you know, he'll tell you like it is, but he's way less abrasive than he used to be. But, you know, some of the things that he gets into, it's like, I don't know if I'll ever get to that level. You know, it's got to be at a lower level. I don't know if I have time or the desire to do that. I am not going to be making any records to become any kind of famous musician, you know. I just want to enjoy playing the time I got left with my wife and friends and enjoy playing. And that's what's left in it for me. And buying picks and strings. Freezing rain. Oh my gosh. Well, we're getting that tomorrow night, so. But not freezing rain, just more snow. All right, well, I hear my Giant Eagle pre-cooked chicken calling me from the kitchen. So I just wanted to show that this stuff I bought, the picks. It's always nice getting free stuff. And then there's still like, you know, $15 worth of stuff I could buy. I just couldn't think of anything else I needed at the time. And it's getting a little dark here, so. All right, everybody. It was good seeing you. I'm not going to call your names out. You know who you are, right? You know if you were here or not, right? Except Evil. I'm going to call him out. Hey, go plant some corn or something, would you? Yep, everybody. All right. Thanks for hanging out. And you'll hear from me again real soon. Maybe even tonight, today. Might put together some kind of video. Oh, look. I know how a lot of you people feel about it, but I've got stuff over on Patreon. And go check it out if you desire to do so. If you would like to do so. I'm going to start doing some commentary over there on things that I think are bullshit. And then things that I think aren't bullshit that you absolutely can't do on YouTube. So, all right, guys. That's it. Dinner's calling. It's going, Eddie. Come and eat me. So, how do I get out of here? Till next time. Bye-bye.